You reached out to Sarah to be like, "Let's rehearse." Is this true? False?
Definitely not true. I kind of used it as more or less an excuse to kind of talk to Sarah because I just see in the text. I texted her a third time 2 months later because she was coming to Minnesota for this housewarming party or birthday party that Daniel and Taylor were throwing. And so I was like, let's talk on the phone because we hadn't talked and we might see each other. So I don't want it to be weird. And on that phone call, it went well, again, was friendly. And so I really trusted her to be like, hey, by the way, I've been talking to Jimmy. And she was like, about what? And this is part of her kind of turning my words a little bit was I was like, well, I just don't know. I'm like going through it right now, trying to figure out how to kind of handle this next year as well as we can before the show comes out. And he just pretty much his biggest advice was just for us to be on good terms, especially going into the reunion. And she obviously took that as, no, we need to rehearse reunion questions, which I never once said. Jimmy never once gave me that advice. And so, yeah, so I don't know where that came from. Obviously, this conversation was in May. So she might have maybe just in her head, like, had worked it up to the point where she believes that that was what was said, but definitely not.